I'll be darned if the sun didn't come up again. Obviously, we're amidst a difficult time in our season, with the last two games being one-sided. We certainly understand the problems and are working hard and diligently to fix them. The situation from outside looking in, I know looks dire, but I believe that we've got a bunch of kids with great resolve. I know the coaching staff has great resolve, and we're going to find a way out of this. The best way to do it is to play fundamentally sound, to play fast, as fast as is possible, and to make sure that the plan is very understandable, and that our guys can execute it to the best of their abilities. Obviously, we work hard to try to put guys in positions where they can be successful, and we're going to continue to look for ways to get our guys to be as productive as is humanly possible. Arizona is a very, very good football team. They've got a great defensive front that creates lots of pressure. It will take a great effort on the part of our offensive line for us to move the ball on the ground as well as protect the quarterback, and those will be keys to any kind of success we'll have this weekend. Defensively, they pose a great challenge. They're another spread you out offense that's high tempo. They also can run the ball very effectively, as was the case against Washington. So we've got our work cut out for us. But we're excited about being back home. We're excited about hopefully playing better than we have in each of the last two contests, and hopefully getting back to being a team that our fans can be proud of. So with that, I'll take questions.
What differences does Mike Scott present as opposed to Foles?
More of a running threat. He was the starter to start the season a year ago, so obviously they think a lot of him. Nick Foles is a very, very good player, a sure NFL prospect, and I don't know if he'll be back or not, but the Scott kid is certainly very athletic, and as witnessed by this game against Washington, I think he was 18 to 22. Obviously very accurate. They give him plenty of time to throw, and which is always the mark of a good offensive line. So our work will be cut out for us.
What are you guys going to do not specifically, but what do you have to do to put some pressure?
We have to find ways to create pressure, but in so doing, you can't open up so many running lanes that all of a sudden he picks it up and is gone. Because he's obviously, as we just mentioned, athletic enough to make big plays with his legs. So you've got to pick your spot, so to speak, as to where you're going to come after him and hopefully get home.
Rick, in a number of games, you've had a lot of problems in the first quarter with either bad, holding calls or picks, fumbles, whatever. Obviously, you don't want those in any game, but talk about how much deeper hole you have with this offense in terms of getting back from a quick deficit.
Unfortunately, we've not been a big play offense. We've been consistent, at least much more consistent in the running game. We've been churning out some good rushing yardage. The plan against Oregon was obviously to run the ball, try to take as much of the clock as we could. And in two of our first three drives, we were able to do that. The first one sputtered on a 3rd down and 6, where we made a poor choice in terms of looking down the field and making there was a guy open, but that's part of growing up as a quarterback. And then in the 3rd drive, we were able to get all the way down there and had it down to 3rd and 3 on the 7-yard line, and unfortunately weren't able to capitalize and finish the drive. We had a good play called, and our center got grabbed by the opposing defensive lineman, wasn't able to get off his block, but that's part of the game. So, but in those two drives, we were able to eat up somewhere almost 12 to 14 minutes of the clock. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get out there and stop them defensively. And so the thing got turned in one direction. But we certainly can't turn the ball over. Those are huge, huge issues. If we're going to be a team that is going to hang in there and find ways to win the game, then we've got to be a team that wins the turnover margin and wins the field position contest. That's been the case in each of the games that we've won, and that has to be the case again if we're going to find our way back to the winning column.
The other night, a couple guys talked about the calls, guys not being in the right defense, or guys in one defense, other guys in another defense. How much of that is just breakdowns, and how much of it was the crowd?
You said there were players on our team that said they were in the wrong front?
Yeah, like some guys were in one defense, other guys are in another defense, because they said they weren't getting the calls, or just guys just not lining up right.
Well, the tempo was such that you have to get the call. And with the crowd being loud, and if you're not getting the call, then it's difficult to play the front. Now, everybody can look over and see the signal. Everybody can look over and see what our defense coordinator's calling. So we know how to do that. We need to make sure that we're doing it on game day.